that dude Akash Singh, he is not handling this wife situation very well at all. So we got another video we're gonna be watching by Too Lazy to Try. It's titled Akash Singh Tries to Defend His Wife and Fails Miserably. Now, if y'all seen the past two videos I made on this, this title is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how the hell he defends his wife. Like, the shit she has done is absolutely undefendable. Okay, you cannot defend the shit this girl is doing. Like I said in the last videos, this dude just needs to take all her shit away. Okay, he needs to put his foot down as the man in this goddamn relationship and stop this fucking public humiliation that she is currently putting him through. He has worked his ass off for years to get to the point that he is currently at, and his wife is just fucking it all up for him, and she does not care one single bit about it. If anything, she's hoping that she gets famous off this, which we all know she's not gonna get famous off this. She ain't gonna really see no real success out of shitting on her husband and every single one of her stupid podcast episodes. Gosh, needs to either get a divorce or simply just take all the money he's made and live off of that and just end his current career, because if he doesn't do it himself, his wife is definitely going to be doing it for him. But anyways, yeah, let's check out this video by Too Lazy and see what the hell Akash had to say about all this stuff going on.
Yeah, keep going this. So husband gets on steroids. He gets fit.
The husband just got really screwed in the whole process.
He's also kind of like a dumb seeming guy. He's manipulated. He's so in love with his wife. He's like so cucked out. He just goes along with everything.
Oh my fucking God. This man has no place calling anybody a cuck or saying anybody's cucked out. Like, what are we talking about? Oh my God. Okay.
She wants.
All right, so that was Akash around 8 months.
Like so cucked out. He just goes along with everything she wants.
All right, so that was Akash around 8 months ago. This guy has no self-awareness and is in complete denial about his relationship, even though...
So this was 8 months ago. This is before everybody found out about how him and his wife are. Okay.
Oh, he basically just described it there. You know, his wife is manipulating him like crazy, and he's so obsessed with her and wants to be with her so badly. He'll put up with her, humiliating him every day, making him look like a cock, spending all...
What did his comments say? Who's your wife taking as a date to this show? Wow. One of the most relevant Indian origin comics of our generation is sadly the biggest joke now because of the seeds he planted 3 years ago in picking the wrong girl. Shouldn't I have lectured Myron like that without checking your own house first? Yeah, I mean, facts. This is just all facts. Your wife is an L, bro. You deserve better. He does. He really does.
His money and destroying his career. And she has no shame about it. You know, the whole internet spending all his money. He'll put up with her, humiliating him every day, making him look like a cock, spending all his money and destroying his career. And she has no shame about it. You know, the whole internet is cooking her husband because she keeps disrespecting him. And it seems like she couldn't care less, and honestly probably loves it. Like, she just adds more fuel to the fire every day.
Oh, yeah, she absolutely loves this.
It's brutal. There's too much to even keep up with. I mean, like this tweet says, his wife has done more damage to him than any enemy ever could. Like, she even addressed the controversy and doubled down and just said all her haters are jealous, broke losers. And she also had the audacity to say Akash spoiling her and spending a ton of money on her has had the best return on investment. She claims it makes his life better and her more supportive of him, probably because it just keeps her from throwing it.
Man, this hoe's just out of pocket, bro. She's out of pocket. God damn.
A temper tantrum. So the gaslighting here is on another level. You know, Akash has spent so much money on her, and in return, she's ruining his career. You know, she humiliates him every day. She constantly makes fun of him. She says he smells bad. She won't kiss him on the lips.
What? What do you mean? She said the nigga stank, and we already knew she wouldn't kiss him on the lips, but she said he stank too? This bitch knows she be having her own goddamn stanky ass moments too.
And she even hits on and fantasizes about other guys right in front of him. I mean, she has been so disrespectful to Akash, but yet she still has the nerve to go on her podcast and talk about how him spending a ton of money on her has been the best investment for him. And she really acts like this is...
How is this a good investment for him? And yeah, that's gotta be the craziest shit too. Like, and she even did it in front of his face, okay, hitting on that girl's husband right in front of him talk about she wants to have an orgy and everything with him. She literally said, I want to fuck you and all of you at the same time, trying to be slick as shit. No, she was being dead ass when she told that man right in front of her husband that she wanted to fuck him. Like, are we? It's crazy he hasn't hit her yet.
Legit theory. Like, the more money you spend on your girl, the better your life will get. And she seriously says it's supported by Chinese physics. So she just sounds deranged. And imagine Akash having to listen to this every day. It's probably absolute torture.
Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't, put himself out like Old Yeller. You know what I mean?
Like, no wonder this guy can't think straight. His brain is probably fried from this shit.
Because, like, where the fuck has chivalry gone? Yeah, where has chivalry gone? Like, why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers? You don't have any gold.
60K is good money. I don't know. I don't know where you live to think that 60K ain't good money. So long as you know how to fucking manage it.
Dig. Because the guys that you're talking about gold diggers, you don't have any gold to dig. Because the guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do like the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our divine feminine energy. I said that investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden because in Eastern physics, this is both in Chinese and like Indian physics and spirituality, like when you treat your wife like a princess or a queen, you spoil her, you give her stuff, you just let her be able to relax. She gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura. In return, she starts taking care of you in a much better way. She's so emotionally supportive of you because women are so strong in their EQ.
Okay, all right. Where are you taking care of him at? Like, you don't even do anything around the house or anything. And again, all you do is shit on him. What is he? Is he making more money by you talking shit about him all the time and then spending money on you all the time? I don't think so. I think it's actively hurting him more than ever right now. I can't imagine. Well, I don't know how tapped in people are. So I doubt this is probably happening at his live shows where people are heckling him about her, but hey, man, that shit's gonna make it there eventually, okay? Like, what the fuck? This makes zero sense. This bitch is just a bird brain. Whatever.
And how they can take care of men and like that energy gets rewarded in the universe. It starts coming back to you. And I can say I'm like a case in point example. Like even before my husband really started making money, he always would find little ways to spoil me, even if it didn't cost that much in the beginning. And now like we've gone from like him buying me like AirPods or like Nike shoes to now like, spending so much money at Miu Miu or Cartier or whatever. And I'm not saying that to be braggy. I'm saying that I've...
This bitch is bragging. We talk about, what is Miu Miu? Who the fuck? I would not spend a dime at a place called Miu Miu just because the name is stupid. Cartier. I think it's Cartier, by the way. Cartier.
Seen this principle like really, really work, and I truly believe that like a man that takes care of his wife is like blessed by the universe.
Yeah, I wonder why she would think that. Like, this lady's just a professional gaslighter. I mean, she's proven the exact opposite of that theory. Akash spends so much money on her, and she's just making his life a living hell. She's basically...
I mean, literally, that's all she's doing, just making his life a living hell. And she literally gave Myron Gaines his only W all year. Like that's what she did for him so far. Okay, so I guess that's a part of his return on investment, right?
Tearing him down to try to launch her own career while still spending all his money, and Akash just sitting back letting it happen. Like when all this stuff was exposed, they could have gotten ahead of it if his wife publicly apologized to Akash for disrespecting him and just said she's being sarcastic or doing a character or playing things up for attention, because there were some people defending her by saying that, and Akash probably wishes she did that, but of course he has no say in that relationship, and obviously if she walked things back, then it would ruin the career she's trying to build off of disrespecting him. So of course she doubled down and said she's just being herself.
Bro, fuck her career. Like, who gives a fuck about her career? Like, she can dead this shit any moment. She ain't making no money off of it, and it ain't benefiting nobody. It's actively hurting her own family. Like, if who gives a fuck? It would benefit them both if she just quit. I mean, it's probably a little too late now, but it would still benefit them if she would just quit doing this stupid podcast. You already fucked it up. You tried. Now it's time to end it. Okay, call it quits.
And she's being open and free, and she brags about how many followers she has.
And like how they say, like, to be cringe is to be free. Like, okay, if you think I'm cringe, okay, to these red pill guys or these brown girl haters that think I'm cringe, I'm free though. I'm being myself, and I have 160,000 followers now. I only started posting last year. Like, whatever you think, like, that's good fucking growth.
And Akash addressed the controversy too at one of
160,000 followers on what, like Instagram or something? I mean, you're with a famous guy, you're married to a famous man, and you're an attractive woman. I mean, I would say it wouldn't be that difficult for you to get over 100,000 followers at that point. Like, I'm just saying. And you're doing this bullshit too, so that mean a lot of people ain't gonna really give that much of a fuck about what you're doing to your husband and everything. Hell, some guys might think it's a great opportunity to hit on you. Okay, so I mean, whatever.
his shows, and of course he's just simping out for her, which I get, it's his wife and he wants to defend her, but she would never do the same for him. I mean, like I said, she could have tried to walk things back, which would have helped, and I'm sure it's what Akash wanted her to do, but she doesn't give a shit about what he says. So this guy's down bad. I mean, the way his wife talks about him compared to the way he talks about her, it's just sad to see. I mean, he tries to tell this story to prove that she's not a gold digger by talking about how she was with him through everything and she even stuck by him when he went broke. But it turns out he's leaving out some parts and he's exaggerating to try to make her look better, because she tells a different story. You know, Akash is like, I went broke in 2018 and she stuck by me, but she said she left him and went to India.
Imagine you tell a story about how you were struggling, right? And you don't want to give everybody all the details, all right? And you don't want to do that for a good fucking reason. And here come your annoying ass wife that be like, oh no, this actually happened too, and all that shit. Like, okay, it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, can we just leave the story as I fucking said it? Nobody asked you to fill in the gaps.
In 2018, and she stuck by me, but she said she left him and went to India when he went broke. So of course he left that part out.
Damn, she left him and went to India? Like, she went back home to her peoples? This nigga went broke and she just like, okay, well, I guess I'm deucing out here. What the fuck? He was literally on MTV when he met her. Stop it. She smelt it. She also had a job with Akash was on MTV. I didn't know that. He loves acting as if he's from the Great Depression era. If going full Nanette is his response to all this, it's not going too well. But I don't know what the hell that means. The fact of the matter is, this girl had a job during that time as well, and he for some reason he was acting like he was just broke as shit when dude was on MTV with like a whole show or a part of a show or something. It had to pay him at least decently.
And then also he said when they first started dating, he wasn't making any money. But he's admitted before he was making six figures and he was on some MTV shows. So he wasn't making a ton of money, but
hey man, if I could make six figures right now, I'd be straight. Like, but I believe most people wouldn't even know what the fuck to do with $100,000. If you give a random person like $100,000, I mean, the average person, that would pay off all their credit card debt, all of their fucking, maybe a car loan, and then they'll have like a whole bunch of money just left over. If I got $100,000 right now, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it.
He was doing all right and he was getting publicity. But then he said the shows were canceled, and in 2018 he barely made any money, even though him and Schultz had started Flagrant at that point, and Schultz's career was really blowing up. So even though Akash didn't make much money that year, he knew that podcast was going to be successful and he'd be making money from it at some point. But in the meantime,
and it's like, what this guy do? Blow through all of his money on MTV? He blew through his MTV money in a year, nigga. What are we talking about? On what?
Because his wife or girlfriend at the time kept spending all his money, he didn't have any savings.
Oh, that's what he spent it on. Okay. I don't even know why I asked the fucking question.
And he couldn't afford his apartment and he went broke, which he claims she stuck with him through all this, but she has a different story, of course, and hers sounds much more believable, you know, because it just sounds like Akash is doing whatever he can to defend her and make it seem like she's not a gold.
Damn, he lied at that show to make her look better, and now he looks even worse. Man. I knew it was a lie, and he was just doing a cope and public damage control. His options are either tell the scene to knock it off with her rants, restrict her social media. That's what I'm saying. Restrict her social media sewage rants. Good luck. And 3, continue with the cope. I think he's going with 3. Okay.
Digger. So of course he's going to exaggerate and embellish this story. I mean, when he starts this, he even says he's never told his wife this story and she has no idea about it, which is really strange because it's about her. So I don't know how she wouldn't be aware of it if she lived it. And Akash just makes it seem like is this rags to riches story, and his girlfriend was always by his side and she was with him through thick and thin. But in reality, when they met, he was doing all right for himself. He's making good money. He was on TV. And then he had one bad year where he didn't bring in much money and she freaked out and left.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's typically what you have to do when you move. So this story is already hard to believe because him saying he had to move when he's only made $4,000 in a year is like, you know how expensive it is to move. For me to move into the place I've had, the last time I moved, I think it cost me about $4,000. Okay, like, and you want, I don't know where he was at before. I'm assuming he moved from a different state, New York to Jersey. Is that right?
Much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of...
Okay, so yeah, he went from New York to New Jersey, which can't be that much cheaper to move from New York to New Jersey, especially in 2018. Like, yeah, this story is all bullshit. He's not doing himself favors. Come on, Akash. You don't need to do this, man. You don't need to do this. You can either just dump the bitch or tell her to cut the shit out, my guy.
That apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey.
Homeless for a month. Basically homeless for a month. How did you save up that money? Where were you making enough money to move from New York City to New Jersey? If you only made... Whatever, bro. This story is bullshit, okay? Because it's just bullshit.
And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And
he said the first correct thing right there. He's just too fucking moronic to quit. He was too moronic to quit her. He clearly fucking needed to.
I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October, and we have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can use that as a pillow." And then she goes, "Well, what are you going to use?" And I said, "I'll figure it out." She handed me back the jacket. She goes, "You take this." And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night.
Aw, how cute, right? Oh, cute. She's so sincere. She loves her husband so much, bro. Going outside, bro.
And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again, and I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
Man, I mean, for a bullshit story, he told that very well. I say that if this was a believable story, if this was a real story, the true story that she didn't fucking expose later, this probably would have got everybody off his back right here. This probably would have got everybody to leave him the fuck alone about his wife. But his wife being his wife, she fucked that up for him. Good, congratulations. He played himself.
So he's trying so hard to make it seem like it's this wholesome story and she stuck by him the whole time. She saw the potential in him when no one else did. But it turns out, according to her, when the money dried up, it caused a ton of fights. She got really stressed out about it, and she had a giant fight with his mom and then left to India. And then it sounds like once Flagrant started a Patreon and Akash started...
And she was disrespecting his mom? What you mean she got into a giant fight with his mom? For your girl to be getting into an argument with your mom, that means she's disrespecting your mom. I wish my fucking girl would disrespect my motherfucking mom. I'm telling you, she should have been hitting her, bro. No, who said this? Amazingly cool. No, by the time he visited India, the podcast was already making money. She broke up with him when he went broke. And a few months later, when the podcast started making money again, that's when she came back. He says in another podcast that she wasn't pleasant during that time. Oh, you don't fucking say. He accepts that she was bitchy and passive aggressive and fought with his mom. He accepts it. I could not accept that bullshit. This buffoonery. Like in all Akash has, they slept together on a wooden floor. Like, what was she gonna do? Just walk away in the middle of the night? This guy's playing mind games on himself. She dumped him when he was at his lowest, probably for the better too. He could focus on getting the podcast and his life back together. BCS, this succubus left him. Because this succubus left him. I mean, seriously, bro. He would have been straight if she just stayed where the fuck she went. Like, hey, if she just stayed gone, he would have been extra straight. We would never be talking about this. He could have found a new bitch. Like he said, he could have found him a real Indian lady, a real Indian woman that don't disrespect her man. But nope, he wanted this one so badly.
Making money again. Akash went running to India to simp for her again. So at his lowest point, she just made his life even more stressful and then left him.
Had like 7 MTV shows. I wasn't making crazy money. I was making like low 6 figures. But my girlfriend at the time...
Low 6 figures, that's not crazy money to you? You mean people would kill to have 100K fucking a year? Like, are we serious? What are we talking about? God. It's so fucking irritating. There's people out here living off 40 grand a year, all right? And they're doing just fine, all right? Like, whatever.
She moved into our place, and then all of a sudden, end of 2017, all the shows started suddenly getting canceled one by one. I'm going broke. So 2018, we're doing Flagrant. My wife, financially anxious person, is like, what is going on? Like, we're talking about getting married? Is this what it's going to be? I don't have an answer for her. I'm like, this flagrant thing, I think. I believe in this. Then I start wondering, like, am I just saying that because that's all I have left?
Yeah.
And then luckily we started the Patreon because I went so broke we had to. No, Andrew was doing great. Andrew was starting to blow up, to be honest with you. His
started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket, and he wasn't...
That was a hilarious transition. Hold up, let's see.
Be honest with you, his
started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket, and he wasn't really getting any attention from the industry. So he was pretty much losing all his income, and at the same time, I was working a really toxic job with like a toxic manager and like working till 2 in the morning, and it just caused a lot of stress on our relationship. Everything came to a head when my mother-in-law came to visit us. I was being very distant because of everything we were going through. Akash was very stressed, and I think she kind of internalized it like that I was being bitchy towards her or passive aggressive towards her. It was a huge fight. But
you were being bitchy and passive aggressive towards her. Yep, you definitely were. I won't even. I bet. I don't even know if that's true, and I'm sure it is.
Between all of us, basically, Akash did not defend me, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I can be in a relationship with this person anymore.
So after this, we both took a much needed break, and we just needed time to reflect on our own outside of the relationship. I took a trip to India with my mom for my cousin's wedding. Akash needed to find his voice within the relationship and find his voice between his...
God, I hate this type of talk. Find his voice within a relationship. That she's just basically saying he needed to find out a way to win her back, which is essentially just make more money, give them a better life. That's it. She was not sticking with this man through thick and thin. He could have dodged a fucking huge bullet with her just being gone and not marrying her later. Like, he could have, but whatever.
Mom and me.
Finally, a couple months later, I just had this epiphany. We were still getting in fights, but Akash went on his own trip to India, and my Nana Ji was sick in the hospital. He flew out of his way to go see him in Punjab. I woke up the next day seeing pictures of him, my Masi, and my Nana Ji, and I had this moment where I was like, okay, I know he's the right one. We're gonna make it through this.
And I guess she had a job at the time, so she could have kept working.
Oh, I guess that's sweet. She's like, oh, I know he's the right one. We're gonna make it through this. It took him having to travel across the fucking planet for you to realize that shit. And she didn't even mention all the shit he had to spend on her first. Like, and she didn't even mention all the money he had to spend on her first too. Like, okay, lady. They deserve each other. Okay, they're both just two people full of shit. All right. She shits on him and hates him, but he has money, so who gives a fuck, right? She can cheat on him clearly because he don't give a fuck. She literally told a dude to his face that she wanted to fuck him. I'm pretty sure if that camera was off, she probably would have actually been able to fuck him, and Akash would have just sat there and took it because he loves this lady oh so fucking much. And then yeah, like this is a perfect couple. They deserve each other. These two fucking idiots.
Working, they could have tried to save some money and just have been more frugal. Like if she's really as loyal and supportive as he says, she could have tried to hold down the fort till he got back on his feet. I mean, I'm sure he's still doing stand-up every night. It sounds like he's a hard worker, and he's doing the podcast, which was definitely going to pay off at some point. So if she really believed in him at the time, you would think she would try her best to help with the bills and support. But it's like that's never even an option, because of course her motto is his money is our money and my money is my money.
His money is our money and my money is my money. So that is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
So once Akash stopped earning money, it was over, and they're probably fighting every second of every day.
That's funny. She says generous. Yeah, you gotta be willing to give it all up. That's pretty generous.
And then the final straw was her getting into it with his mom. It sounds like they really went at it. And I bet his mom thinks she's an ingrate. Same thing as Schultz. Years ago, he got into it with her too. So all the red flags were there.
Damn, and his homie got into it with her too, bro. This bitch needs to go, man. He needs to pack this hoe up, dog. Hopefully he does. But I doubt he will. Who knows? Who knows? We got time, though. We got time. The end of the year is coming in a couple weeks. So probably not this year, but we got all of 2026 to find out. But yeah, anyways, everybody, that's going to be the video. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And also while you're down there, leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And yeah, peace out.